Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Bamari. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous Ankara and Aso Oke combination on the screen. If you're interested in knowing how I made this dress, please stay to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. This video is the continuation of the cutting tutorial of this gown. So this is the sewing tutorial. Please do well to watch the cutting tutorial so you can understand this better. I'll be dropping the link in the description or comment section below. I went ahead to interface it with an ST and wording. So after I interface it with ST, I place my wording on it just like this on all the sides. So now I'll take it to my sewing machine. I'll go ahead to attach the both sides to the center part. So also the skirt, I will go ahead to take my Aso Oke. You can see this is the way the Aso Oke comes. It is one ipele I got. Actually you might need to get more, but I actually managed one ipele. So I'll go ahead to fold it into two just like this. I'll fold it into two, then I'll take my scissors to cut it into two carefully, very straight. So after cutting it into two, we have two pieces. So the design of the Aso Oke I want to place at the center part. I'll go ahead to place it on my skirt this way, you can see. So I will stitch the Aso Oke on the right part all the way, but I will not sew it to the waist. I will leave a space. I won't sew it to the waist. I will stop like maybe 5 inches before the waist. I will show you the reason I said that. And don't cut the Aso Oke, don't cut it. We need the length to extend to the chest area. This is how the upper bodice is looking after I have stitched it together. You can see the inside. I've molded it also. You can see how neat it is. So I also went ahead to do the same thing I did to the main fabric, to the lining piece also. Then for the skirt part, you can see the way it looks. I've attached the Aso Oke to it this way. You can see I went ahead to stitch the rough part on the Ankara. You can see this is the rough part. Then I bend it this way and top stitched on it. And if you notice also, I did not stitch the Ankara all the way to the waist. I came down a bit, and this is because of we're going to take our upper bodies that I joined, we're going to be attaching it to the skirt. It is when we attach it to the skirt, that's when we'll now place the Aso Oke, remaining Aso Oke, to the chest area and cut it. We're going to place the Aso Oke to the chest area, and we are also going to stitch it down also. Then I would need to use the lining to turn the down part of the gown. I will slit it open and turn the slits opening also with the lining. Then also the back of the down part of the gown, I will turn it also with a lining, and I'll also be turning the upper bodies also. This is how it looked after I've turned it with the lining. You can see the back, how neat it is, and you can also see the front. You can see I didn't stitch on the Aso Oke all the way to the up. You can see the little space I left, and I also added my dart intake. The back part, you can also see the way I turned it neatly with the lining, and I also added my dart intake to the both side of the back. Then I'll be placing the back parts on each other this way. Then from the waist, I'll be coming down 9 inches. That is where our zipper is going to stop. Then from that 9 inches downwards, I'm going to mark 1 inch all the way down, and I'll close it up. It doesn't need to have a back slit since it already have a front slit. Next thing is to attach the down bodies to the front upper bodies this way. So I'll place it on it this way. I'll be using 0.5 inch to stitch on it. That's why I asked you not to stitch your Aso Oke to the waist. So now I'll place it on it and stitch on it and show you how it lays. This is how it looks after I've joined it at the middle. So I'll just flip it to show you how our Aso Oke is going to pass through the waist to the chest. And from the shoulder, I'll be coming down 5.5 inch. Then I'll mark it out at both shoulder. You can decide to come down by 6 inch. And after that, I'll be placing the other Aso Oke on it, crossing the chest like this. This is me just analyzing the style from the picture. From the picture, you can see that this one cross at this point and the other one starts from here and it's attached to the sleeve. So I will just go ahead to drag it this way and I will cut it. After cutting it, you can see the way I tucked it inside the center one. So this other one, it is attached to the sleeve. I'll go ahead to tuck it inside a bit. Then I won't stitch it all the way to the armhole. Then at the point of the armhole, I'll go ahead to measure 13 inches. I'll add extra 1.5 inch to it, making 14.5. So I'll mark it out. Then I'll use my scissors to cut it out. So this is the way it looks like after we're done cutting it. So the 1.5 I added to it, I'll go ahead to mark it out just like this. Then I will slightly curve it in just like this. Then I will go ahead to cut it out like this. So this is how it is going to be on the clothes. So after stitching the Aso Oke horizontally, the Aso Oke that goes vertically, I'll go ahead to stitch it on it and cut it at that level. For the back also, I'll go ahead to place the Aso Oke from the armhole to the area of the zipper, because the Aso Oke is not only present at the front, it extends to the back also. So I'll go ahead to cut it out and stitch it on the back just the way I place it on it. For the drop sleeve of the other hand, I realized my Aso Oke will not be enough, so I just had to just join it. So when getting your Aso Oke, it's better you get 2 ipele instead of 1, so that you will be at a safer side. Even though you are not going to finish that 2 ipele, but it is better to have excess than little. This is how neat it looks like after I've joined the vertical Aso Oke and I've cut it out. You can see how neatly arranged it is. I said the other sleeve, the Aso Oke wasn't enough, so I just had to join it at the middle. So I'll measure the other side of the Aso Oke and we have around 14.5 inches there. So I'll just go ahead to cut 14.5 or 15 inches in the new Aso Oke that I joined. Then I will use it to make the sleeve for the other arm of the dress. So this is me cutting out 17 inches. I had to add the joining allowance to it. So after measuring it, I would mark it and cut it out just like this. Then I will just go ahead to attach it to the sleeve area. Then the other end of the sleeve, I'll go ahead to attach it to the back part also, just like this. I'll also attach the other sleeve area end to the back part. This is how neat it is looking after I've attached the sleeves to the back. You can also see the back part also. I also went ahead to make my 1 inch dart at the back part of the 2 sides. And at this side that is cut together with the sleeve, I came in by 2.5, so I didn't stitch it to the edge. Then the next thing I will do is I'll go ahead to take my lining for the back part. I've stitched my dart on the back part of the lining. I'll take the lining for the back for the both side and turn it with it. For the front part also of the gown, I'll take my lining also and turn it with it also. So this is how neat it is. You can see it at all sides. You can see the spacing at this other side, and you can see the back also. The dart of the back was stitched separately, lining separate, main fabric separate. Then the front part also, you can see that I've turned it with the lining. Then this down part, the middle part, I'll go ahead to stitch it. The back part also, I'll go ahead to stitch the upper bodies of the back parts to the down bodies, just like this in the video. Please, if you have watched to this point of this video, please like and subscribe, comment and share. It will go a long way in helping my channel to grow. Thank you. This is how it is looking after we have attached the back. You can see how neat it is. So, and also you can see that the rough edges also, I went ahead to pipe it with the same lining. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our zipper and we're going to fix our zip to the back. So this is how it looks after we are done attaching our zipper to it. So before we shaped it, I've forgotten that we need to attach nets to the sides of the gown. From the picture, you can see that the net design is at the sides. So I'll be starting it at the boss point where I added my dart intake. So that is where it is going to um reach. Then from the waist, I'll be coming down 8 inches, then I will mark it out. Then from the waist upward, I'll be coming up by 6.5 inches, then I'll also mark it out. Then I'll go ahead to take my curve rule to curve it, just guide my hands basically. So I'll curve it towards the dart area, then I'll also curve it downwards to the 8 inch, just like this. Then I'll also try and mark the same thing at the other side also. Marked 8 inches downward and 6.5 inches from the waist upward. After marking it out, I'll put my wine lace out. It is chantilly lace, so I'll just follow the line the way I place it on it and carefully cut it. You can see I folded it into two so that one cutting means I'm cutting for both sides. So I folded it into two so that I'll cut for both sides together automatically. One thing I love about this gown is how colorful it is. Like, it's so colorful and the colors still rhyme and make sense. So I'll just cut it gently, just like this. So this is it now. I've cut it for both sides. So I'll just be placing it on both sides. Then I'll take my pin and pin it down. Please, you need to pin it down. You can't just take it to your sewing machine to sew it. I pin it down properly, just like this. Then I'll go ahead to stitch on the edges all around and I will sew it down with my sewing machine on the edges all around, the edges I marked. After I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to shape my gown at the sides and we are done with our gown. When I was done shaping the gown, this is how it looks. You can see how beautiful it looks. I've not even ironed it here. You can see the slits. So we have actually come to the end of this video. My customer really loved her dress. You can see her dancing and twirling inside the video. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Please like, subscribe, comment and share to see more helpful tutorials like this. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.